You're listening to the Intuitive Souls podcast. I am your host, Sarah Caruso, and this podcast is designed to educate, inspire, and enlighten. Let's wake up together. Hey guys, and welcome to the Intuitive Souls podcast. If this is your first time tuning in, welcome. I am glad the universe led you here. I do feel like this episode should come with a warning because I don't want you to hop on this and think that every episode is about healing and trauma and shadow work, because it's not. This is actually a very I would say one of a kind sort of episode. So I just want to warn you guys, I'm usually a very high vibe person. I usually come on and I'm just super happy and, try my best to shine my light. But today I wanted to do this episode because I'm going through something personally that I want to share with you guys. So I don't even know where to start. Honestly, I have no notes, nothing that I really want to, dive into. There's no format for this show. I just knew that I had to do it. So let me just basically start at the beginning. I am actually in a course right now, Manifestation Babe Academy to be exact. I'm sure a lot of you know who Manifestation Babe is. I am really, truly enjoying it. I'm really, I've already learned so much and I'm so grateful for it. But with that academy, there comes some things that you have to work through. And there's a lot of things coming up to the surface that have been dumbed down in my subconscious mind for years that I have to honor and I have to heal. And, I don't know if it was the intense supermoon that occurred 2 nights ago that just totally amplified the inner work that I'm already doing, but it sure as hell did something. And I just felt really like I need to share it because I heal through sharing and I heal through sharing my story, because for so many years I didn't. For so many years I kept quiet. For so many years I just didn't do anything when it came to healing. I just shrugged it off. I just didn't even put any of my energy into it. And now it's time for me to heal, and it's time for me to share my light. And this is exactly what I'm doing in this podcast episode. So to know really what is going on with me right now, I need to give you a little bit of my backstory, so you can understand what I'm working through right now. So, when I was in 7th grade, a nasty rumor was spread about me. Now, if you can only imagine how you were in 7th grade, how emotional you were, how many hormones were running through your body, just how vulnerable you were. This rumor was spread and completely shifted my life. It was very traumatic, and I was bullied, ridiculed. There was actually one day where I just remember going to my locker after math and opening up my locker to see a letter with a stick figure on a hanging noose, with my name pointed to the stick figure saying, "Kill yourself, bitch." And this was just horrible. I was bullied horribly by my peers, just absolutely ridiculed. I couldn't even walk the halls without someone being rude and giving me a stink face, or walking past me and pretending I smell or something like that. And this is how I lived most of my 7th grade. So with that being said, I was in 7th grade, and when this was happening, no tolerance for bullying was not really a thing. I got to be completely honest. They did not know, the teachers and the board didn't know how to handle this. A lot of these teachers saw me being ridiculed and bullied, and they just didn't handle it in a way that should have been handled. What they basically did was, instead of disciplining the, top bullies, they made me out like I was the problem, and basically decided to send me off to an alternative school. Now, this alternative school was basically a school for juvenile delinquents, the actual bullies. So that was another wonderful experience for me. During my time at different alternative schools, I was labeled a heifer. I was labeled Brushit because I was originally from Brewster, so some people thought it would be funny to call me Brushit for some reason. Stupid cunt was one of my labels, and obviously I just was still a victim of this bullying, and I never healed from it. I gotta be honest. I never healed from it. I never recovered from it. And it wasn't until I started doing this inner work, and it wasn't until hypnosis and meditation and stuff did it really come up to the surface that this was such a part of who I am, and it was such an important piece of my puzzle, and it was so imperative for me to heal this. And it's obviously it's not the best timing. I'm already struggling with being home with the kids, and trying to juggle my business, which is growing, and trying to be a teacher, and trying to keep the house clean, and doing all of this. And then all of a sudden this shit comes bubbling up to my conscious mind. And let's just say yesterday was not a great day. And it was just, I just knew that I needed to share this because I know that everyone has their story, and everyone has things from their past that they're ashamed of, and things that we need to heal. And if I can share my story and show you that it's okay. It's okay to have a bad day, and it's okay to honor the process, and it's okay to not be high vibrational 24/7, then I've done my job. This spiritual path is not all rainbows and butterflies. It is not all love and light. And so many light workers just, portray this love and light kind of mentality in life, and it's not that at all, guys. It is not that at all. It is learning how to face your demons and face your fears, and realizing how strong you are in the process. It's about unlearning belief systems that kept you small, and it's about growing and expanding and healing and helping and being of service. It is not all love and light. It's not all meditation and crystals and shining your light. It's not about that. It's not about that at all. And I need to put that out there. I'm sitting here with my shadow, guys. I am sitting in my shadow right now. I am honoring the process. I am allowing myself to be in a shitty mood. I am allowing myself to sit in this mood, this uncomfortableness, because I know this is what I need. I know that this is part of the process. I'm not afraid of it, and you shouldn't be either. This is a crazy freaking journey. And it is going to come with many turns and many things that maybe you thought were healed, and maybe you thought you overcame, and you just don't. It's going to come up again. And here's the thing with true healing. Healing is going to come up either, the best part is when you're meditating and all of a sudden a traumatic experience from your past just pops up into your mind. When this stuff comes up, that means it's time to heal it. That means it's time to face it. That means it's time for you to release what is no longer serving you, so you can make room for good, so you can make room for light and love and joy, and just cultivate a sense of balance and happiness. And I don't like doing these deep, dark shows because I want you guys to know that, during your dark night of the soul, or when you experience a spiritual awakening, or whatever the case may be, I want you to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And I want to educate you, and I want to inspire you. And the way I'm going to inspire you is being completely honest and open and vulnerable with you. I want to show you that healing is not linear. I want to show you that you don't just have one traumatic, shadow work session and then automatically all the traumas and everything that you've experienced in your life is gone. It is not like that at all. It's not like that. You have to just realize how strong you are and how it's okay to cry. It's okay to sit in your bathroom and lock yourself in there and just breathe. It is okay to not be 100% all the time. And this concept of having to be so high vibrational all of the time is a crock of shit. Okay? The spiritual path is a healing one. It's a learning one. It's one where you grow and you just become the best version of yourself, mind, body, and spirit. And that means facing your demons. That means facing your shadow. That means coming up and having things that you are not liking. If you think I like how I feel right now, you are sadly mistaken. I feel like shit. I feel like the 7th grade girl who just wanted to have friends and who just wanted to be liked and to have some sort of community, be completely torn apart, completely exiled from her peers and her teachers to a worse off place. Do you think I like feeling like this? No, but I'm honoring the process. I'm allowing my shadow to heal me. I'm allowing it to bring me one step closer to ascension. And I want the same for you. I want you to know that it's okay. And I want you to know that just because I'm a little farther down the spiritual path doesn't mean that I am superior to you. It does not mean that at all. It just means I'm a little farther down the path and I've learned a little bit more and I'm here to share it with you. And I want you to know that it's okay. This is really scary. Like when I first spiritually awoken, guys, I didn't know what the fuck to do. I had no clue. I had no one to turn to. I was like, I don't know what's going on. And I know the feeling, and I know that a lot of you, if you're listening to this right now, is probably being like, oh my God, that is like my life right now. Yeah, that's exactly what it's like. And that's why I created this podcast, because I knew that just having a place where you can hear someone else who has been through it talk about their experience, talk about the tools that have been useful to them. That's what I wanted. And I'm so proud of this podcast, and I'm so proud of the community that I'm creating, because this is exactly what I want for my life. I want to help you guys. I want to tell you guys that it's going to be okay, that you're going to be fine, that everything happens for a reason, and that you are always guided, you're always protected, and you are always loved, because this path can be a lonely one. And I want you to know that just because you're walking this path alone doesn't mean that there aren't others walking their paths on the side of you. So guys, honor the process. And like I said, the thought came up in my mind yesterday to be like, should I just record a podcast about this? Should I just do this? And I didn't want to, because I want this place to be a place where you guys enjoy tuning in, and I want you guys to like be like, oh my God, there's a new podcast of the Intuitive Soul podcast. I want this place to be something that you look forward to, but I also felt compelled to share with you that it's okay to not be all love and light, that it's okay, that healing is going to come, and you are so much stronger than what you realize. You just have to face it. You just have to honor it. You have to ride the wave, so to speak, just like I'm doing right now. Yesterday was a shit day. Today's not the best day either, I gotta tell you, but I'm in a better place, and I know that I'm gonna feel better tomorrow. And then the next day it's going to be better. And then the next day I'm going to be better until I'm back to normal and I'm healed from this past trauma. It's okay. I want you guys to trust the process. I want you guys to know that you are always, always guided. You are always protected. And it's not just you. It's not just you. I love you guys, and I hope that I didn't scare anybody off with this conversation, because I don't want to do that. But I want to educate you guys. I want you guys to know what to expect while you're on this process, because I don't want a wrench to be thrown at you one day when something comes into your conscious mind that you haven't healed in 15 years. It's going to happen, and you have to allow the process to happen, and some of the things that are helping me right now through this process is I'm drinking a lot of rose tea. Roses are extremely healing and extremely beneficial for the heart. So I've been drinking a lot of rose tea. I also did a spiritual bath last night. I'm honoring the process, and I'm also giving myself tools to ride this wave. So I hope that this gets to the ears that need to hear it. I hope that, I didn't scare anybody off. I hope that you guys know how strong you are. I hope you guys know how much I adore each and every one of you. I hope you guys know that, it's all going to be fine, and we're in this together. All right, guys, I love you, and I will see you soon.